want to talk about the importance of softening in your heart. Lots of things happen to us throughout the day which create a contraction and activation in our nervous system. And you know that activation is happening because you'll see lots of thoughts happening and you'll feel emotion in your body. So how many times throughout the day does some sort of activation happen within you? As Eckhart Tolle would say, how many times throughout the day do you notice this pain body reaction arising within you? And maybe you feel like throughout the day you're always in some sort of emotional or nervous system reactivity. Now, I'm somebody who's experienced a lot of emotion, a lot of these emotional triggers, and a lot of activation in my nervous system through the years. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, the opposite is true. Because emotional and psychological difficulties are a doorway to spiritual awakening. Emotional and psychological difficulties, if you experience them every day, you actually have an incredible opportunity in your hands. You have an incredible opportunity for spiritual growth, to go through a deep and profound spiritual transformation. You have an incredible opportunity to discover what all these monks and people who meditate their whole lives in caves are looking for. You have this opportunity to really discover and come into the depths of your own being. And this brings me back to what I initially started talking about, which was the importance of softening within your heart. Now, I don't quite know how to explain how to do this, but if, when an emotional, psychological reaction comes up in you, and you want to go into this sense of a suffering self, into this sense of a suffering self, if when that happens, instead of getting completely caught in that, you allow your heart to soften within that. You allow your heart to soften in the midst of whatever emotional, psychological difficulties are arising. If you can soften in your heart in the midst of that, then that emotional, psychological pattern that's arising within you actually helps to drive you deeper and deeper into your own being through the doorway of a softened heart. So right now, for instance, I have an activation in my nervous system. In this very moment, I'm experiencing a contraction in my nervous system, which, if it was given to somebody who wasn't used to this, it would probably be quite an intense, distressing experience for them. But at the same time as having this going on in my nervous system, I am softening and opening in my heart. And that softening and opening is bringing this smile on my face. And I feel this kind of light behind my eyes. I feel a connectedness with my own being. And what that softening in the heart does is it allows the nervous system to start to realign and become more like the softness of heart. It allows the nervous system to start to try to match the frequency of the heart, to try to become more like what my being is. So when you feel a reaction come up and you feel yourself tense and tight like this, without trying to get rid of that tension or tightness, you just allow that to be exactly as it is. You allow your emotional, psychological world to be exactly as it is. And at the same time, you just allow your heart to open and soften. And you sense into and savor the felt sense of goodness of your own being. Anyway, I hope you found it helpful. I love you, and see you on the next video. Namaste. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to get enlightened. Namaste.